Hi guys, welcome to another Spooky Friday. So today I have in store for you a glam clown look. I hope you guys like it. Okay guys, so first we're going to start off with priming the face. I go in with the BECCA Ever Matte Poreless Primer. I'm going to put that all over my face, dot it, and then rub it in. This primer is really good for when you want your makeup to last all day. After you set that all into your face, I'm going to go in with the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Matte CC Cream. Once again, I'm going to dot that all over my face and then starting to blend in with my beauty blender. I do want my look to be very matte today, that's why I'm going with matte products. Make sure to blend that in very well, taking it into my ears and down my neck. After the foundation is all pressed into my skin, I go in with Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I put that under my eyes, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my forehead. This concealer is full coverage, so it's going to give me the seamless look that I'm going for. After that concealer is pressed all into my face, I go with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder. And with a big fluffy brush, I'm going to set that all into my face, just so I am all mattified and I don't have any creasing throughout the day. After I'm done setting my face with the setting powder, I go into my eyebrows. I go in with Arches and Halos Brow Pomade in color brown. There is a more detailed video of how I do my eyebrows, but for now I'm just going in with a small angled brush, and I'm going to start off doing the main line at the bottom of my eyebrows and then feathering the rest of the color in. With this pomade, I don't really need a lot of color. With the little amount that I do get on the brush, it is enough to fill out my whole eyebrow. After I have my eyebrows the way I want them, I'm gonna go in with a spoolie brush and just blend that all in with my hair. Now it's time to clean up my eyebrows. I go once again with the Tarte Creaseless Concealer, and I'm just gonna carve them out with a flat brush, making sure to clean up all the edges, that way it looks more seamless. After I'm done cleaning up my eyebrows, I go in to prime my eyelids. For the eyeshadow, I go in with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. You guys know I love this primer. You're gonna have really bold looks, or you want your makeup to last all day on your eyelids, I recommend to use this primer. Okay, so now on to the main attraction. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe-Continuous palette. I'm gonna go into the color Butter, and I'm gonna use that as my transition shade. I'm using a small fluffy brush to make the initial line. I'm taking that color all the way up, winging it out at the end of my eyes, and then bringing it down my nose. I'm going to be doing that for both eyes. Once again, just making the initial line and flaring it out at the end of my eye, and then bringing the color down. After that is set, I'm going in once again in the Morphe-Continuous palette, and I'm going to go in with the color Twerk, which is a dark navy blue. And with a bigger fluffy brush, I'm going to start setting that same line, following the guideline that I did with the lighter brown, and feathering it out slowly, making sure to blend in both colors together. And once again, doing that to both eyes. I'm making sure not to lose that initial flare that I have at the end of my eyes with the colors. I want it to look kind of like it's a wing. Once I have that set, I'm going to go in once again with the Tarte Creaseless Concealer, and I'm going to cut out my cut crease. Following that same guideline that I did with my first two initial transition eyeshadows, I'm going to follow it, making sure to flare up with the concealer. The easiest way I think to do this is just setting the concealer on your eyelid and then flaring it out with a flat packed brush. That way you get a really nice and seamless line. I'm going to do that to both eyes. You can see here how I kind of winged out the concealer. That way when I start packing on color on top, I can just follow that guideline. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the color Bora from Glamierre. These are neon loose pigments. So with a small flat brush, I'm going to start picking up that pigment and slowly packing it in, not blending yet, just packing it into my lid. I'm going to do that at the end of my eye where the wing is. Since these are loose pigments, be very careful when using them. They do have a lot of fallout. Making sure to slowly pack that in, not losing that wing that I made with the concealer. I'm going to be packing that color into both eyes. Since I did start having a lot of fallout, I decided to put some of that Peach Perfect setting powder under my eyes. That way all the fallout that I do have, I can just brush it off once I'm done. Now that I have that blue set, don't worry if it's a little messy right now. We're gonna blend all those harsh edges later. Now I'm gonna go in with the color LimeLight, which is a very bright green from Glamierre again. It is another loose neon pigment. And with another flat brush, I'm just gonna start patting that in, pressing it into my eyelid, and flaring it out into my inner corner. Making sure to do that to both eyes. Remember, lines don't have to be perfect right now because we are gonna go in and start blending in the edges. So now that I have both the green and the blue set down, I'm gonna go in with a fluffy blending brush that's clean, and I'm just gonna start blending those edges together. That way all the colors look more seamless. This is the part that takes a lot of patience. Just make sure to start blending. The more you blend, the more the colors are gonna go into each other. You can see here how that eye now looks a lot more blended and all the colors look like they're joined together. Now I'm gonna do that to the second eye and start blending in. Once those eyeshadows are blended in, I'm gonna go in with ColourPop-BFF liquid liner and color Numero 1, which is a black. And I'm gonna make a very thin wing flaring high up, making sure that line is as thin as possible. Now I'm gonna go into the second eye and do the same thing. I did make these wings a lot longer than normal. I just want it to look very flared out and to stand out more. So now that I'm done with the top of my eyeshadows, I'm gonna brush that setting powder under my eyes and just brush it all away. Once that is all gone, I'm gonna start doing my eyeshadow at the bottom. Go in with another Glamierre loose neon pigment in color Electra. It's an ultraviolet color. I'm just gonna take a small blending brush and start lining the bottom of my eye. I'm gonna go in with that same neon green LimeLight, and I'm gonna fill in my bottom eyelid's inner corner, flaring it out and making sure that it attaches to the other green that I had on my top eyelid. I'm going to do that to both eyes, making sure to blend in that green with the purple, making it seamless. Now that I have my eyes done, I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion. Just gonna run that on my bottom lash lid. Once both eyes are done, now I'm gonna go in with the black Radiance waterproof liquid liner in black. And this is where I'm gonna start doing the clown makeup. I already did one eye off camera just so I can see how the guideline is going to be. Okay, so starting off at the bottom, I'm gonna start making a little triangle, making the guidelines first and then filling it in. Once that triangle is filled in, I do put a little dot at the bottom of that triangle. That's where the line is going to connect to flare down. Once both the triangle and the line are connected, I'm going to put a little dot at the bottom of it. Now that that black is done at the bottom, I decided to blend in some more eyeshadow colors at the edges just so the black doesn't look too harsh. First going in with that lime green LimeLight color, making sure to blend it in with all the edges of the black that I just put down. And after that green is put down, I'm going in with the color Electra, the light violet purple, and I'm gonna do that to the other end so the black doesn't get smudged or the other colors don't get blended out. Now that those eyeshadows are put down, I'm gonna start doing the top of my eye, and once again with a little triangle on the top of my eyebrow, using my eyebrow as a guideline. That way it looks more symmetrical, doing 3 little lines for a triangle and then filling that triangle in. After that triangle is done, I am going to do the little line on top, connecting that line with the triangle. After that line is all set, I'm putting a little dot on top of that. Now to finish off the eye look, I'm just going to put on some of my Kiss Iconic eyelashes in 01. Remember, this isn't a glam look without eyelashes. Okay, so now that I've put those eyelashes on, I'm gonna go in with the Ulta Beauty Bold Ambition Mascara, and I'm just gonna brush that onto my eyelashes. That way they stick better together with my falsies. After that, I'm gonna go in with the MAC bronzer, and I'm gonna bronze the sides of my cheeks, carving out my cheeks a little bit and my forehead. After I got that bronzer on my face, just giving my face a little bit more life, I'm gonna go in with that black Radiance eyeliner on my nose, and I'm gonna start making that hollowed nose look. Making small little strokes, I'm just following the curve of my tip of my nose, making kind of a U shape and then flaring out the top into 2 little pointed ends. And once I have that shape, I'm gonna fill it all in with the black. After I'm done filling that in, I am going with a white eyeliner and just making a little highlight at the end of my nose. That way it gives it more of a dimension. Once that nose is done, the only thing left is the lips. I'm going in again with that Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil, and I'm gonna start lining my lips. Once that initial first lip line is done, I'm gonna start flaring it out, making it look kind of like a smile. That way it looks more clownish. I do fill in the inner corners of my lips. That way when I put the other color on top, it's gonna all blend in together. Now that I have that smile where I want it, I'm gonna go in with the MAC Cream Lipstick in a burgundy color, and I'm just gonna put that on top of my lips, blending it in with the black. And now that is the finished look. Now we're just gonna set everything with my Morphe setting spray, making sure to be generous, that way that look stays on all night. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys recreate it, please make sure to tag me in my social media. It's linked down below. And if you guys like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe down below as well. Until next time, bye!